Kong was a familiar pre-war comic strip character created by Juan M. Perez and introduced in the series Huapilo, published in the Weiwei magazine back in the 1930s. Bine Oi was the first English-language comic strip with dialogues and balloons. Appearing in the Manila Times, Bine Oi was a simple farm boy, too soft and simple sometimes, but always well-intentioned in his ways. Ben Alcantara started the comic strip about Gorrio, the most irrepressible jeepney driver, and his king of the road jeepney. Hugo the Sidewalk Vendor was the brainchild of Danny Villanueva and illustrated by Roddy Ragadon, who would go on to greater heights as a successful mainstream artist. Started in 1947 on Filipino Comics, the character spoke in Taglish, which was something novel at that time. Calabagan Bazio would become the longest-running comic strip series in the Philippines, running for over a decade. Cosme the Pop is a long-running comic strip without words, illustrated by Moro Malong Santos. It first ran as a feature in the late 50s for 6 months in the magazine and was picked up by the Manila Times. Another of Larry Alcala's character creations that charmed weekly graphic readers from 1960-65 was Mang Embo, the small-town Pinoy farmer from Barrio Bulabog who gave us slice-of-life exposés of the follies and frailties of Philippine society, in sophisticated English dialogues. The popular duo of Sakay and Moy was first seen on the Manila Times pages in the early 1950s. It was conceived by Penny Patan and advertising artist and illustrator, Higo Monzon. The characters made their debut on the pages of Manila Times in 1963 and struck a chord among Filipino youth with the way Tizoy plodded through life and its issues, finding a job, and dealing with peer pressure, poverty, societal problems, and political unrest, in an irreverent and bahalana way. The Big-Toothed Tasio was drawn by the well-regarded newspaper cartoonist, Agripino Bac. Tasio represented the Filipino everyman, and his amusing knack for responding to whatever life deals him. Tasio was popular enough to be turned into a 1961 movie, starring Oscar Obligation in the title role.